Today, we're diving into a wellness practice that's it's thousands of years old, but it feels like it was made for our crazy modern lives. And the secret? It isn't some expensive new supplement or a super complicated routine. Nope. It all starts with something you can find in any grocery store.
Okay, I want to start with a story that sounds almost made up. Imagine this. A woman gets diagnosed with terminal cancer. The hospital basically sends her home. Doctors tell her, you've got 5 years, at most. But here's the thing. She didn't just survive. She absolutely thrived for another 56 years.
So what on earth happened? How do you defy a prognosis like that? You'd think it was some cutting-edge experimental new drug, right? It wasn't. The answer was a humble bowl of soup that she had every single day. And understanding why that soup worked, well, it might just change how you think about your own health.
All right, let's dig into this incredible story, because it's such a powerful example of a health philosophy that's all about simple, consistent habits over some complex, dramatic fix. So here's the breakdown. At just 40 years old, she gets this devastating news. But she goes on to live another 56 years, passing away at 96, still active and sharp. And get this, she didn't do surgery, she didn't do chemo. Her secret weapon was a daily ritual, this incredibly simple soup made from white radish and dried tangerine peel. Now look, this is one story, but it makes you wonder, right? How could something so basic, so simple, possibly be so powerful?
To get our heads around that, we need to kind of shift our perspective. Her story gets at a core idea in traditional Chinese medicine, or TCM, that really goes against our modern instincts. It's what I like to call the myth of more.
Does any of this sound familiar to you? That deep down tired feeling in the morning that coffee just can't seem to touch? Or feeling bloated right after you eat? Or just that general sluggish, stuck-in-the-mud feeling? What's the first thing we usually do when we feel like that?
Our go-to instinct is to think we're lacking something. We think, oh, I must be deficient. I need to add something. More vitamins, more superfoods, more energy drinks. But TCM often looks at it from a totally different angle. It says, hey, maybe the problem isn't that you're deficient. Maybe the problem is that you're blocked. Think about a traffic jam. The solution isn't to cram more cars onto the highway, right? No, the solution is to clear the accident so that traffic can start flowing again.
In TCM, they call this internal traffic jam qi stagnation. Qi is your body's life force, your vital energy. And when it gets stuck, everything downstream starts to have problems. It's this ancient idea that explains so perfectly why many of us can feel so off, even when all our modern medical tests come back totally normal. The system is just congested.
Just think about the common signs of this blockage. That low energy, especially when you first wake up, the bloating after you eat, feeling irritable or moody for no real reason. You can even see it, like that thick coating on your tongue in the morning. From a TCM perspective, these aren't all separate issues. They're all signs pointing to one root cause, a system that has lost its natural, easy flow. So the big question is, how do we clear this internal traffic jam? And this brings us right back to that simple soup. It's made from two incredibly common ingredients that, in the world of TCM, are basically a dream team, a real power couple. Let's meet the team. First up, you've got white radish. Think of it as the road clearer. Its whole job is to get stagnant energy moving downward and to clear out all that internal gunk that makes you feel heavy. But a road clearer needs a director, right? That's where Qianpi, or aged tangerine peel, comes in. It's the traffic director. It helps regulate the flow of energy, boost your digestion, and helps dry up that internal dampness that makes everything feel so sluggish. So together, they don't just break up the jam, they get the whole system moving smoothly again. It's genius.
And the best part? Look how easy this is. I mean, there are no complicated steps here. You slice up some radish, you toss in a bit of qianpi, which you can easily find online or at any Asian market, and you just simmer it for a bit. That's it. It's this beautiful reminder that taking care of yourself doesn't have to be this huge, complicated chore. It can be a simple, warm, daily ritual. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Okay, this is a nice story, but it sounds a little like folklore. Well, it turns out this ancient wisdom is quietly finding its way into some very modern places, even among people trained in Western medicine. This is where we see this amazing bridge being built between ancient Eastern wisdom and modern Western practice. And that bridge isn't being built in some fancy lab, it's being built in the kitchens of people who are on the front lines of modern healthcare.
So get this, there's this story of an oncologist, a cancer specialist, at a big modern hospital. He's dealing with massive amounts of stress, and it's showing up in his body as bloating, chest tightness, just feeling awful. He was skeptical, but he decided, what the heck, and tried the radish and qianpi soup. And within a week, he felt so much better. His wife started drinking it too and noticed she was sleeping better and didn't feel cold all the time. He was so impressed that now he quietly suggests it to some of his own patients while they're recovering.
And this is what's so cool. It shows how these two ways of looking at the world, they're not fighting each other. They're just describing the same thing. Modern science looks at the ingredients and says, yep, radish has compounds that help digestion, and chen pea has anti-inflammatory flavonoids. Ancient wisdom uses different words. It talks about clearing qi and drying dampness, but it's describing the exact same result, creating flow in the body. It's just two different lenses looking at the very same truth.
So when you boil it all down, what's the big takeaway here? It's really about a fundamental shift in how we look at our own well-being. It's about moving from a mindset of force and conflict to one of flow and cultivation.
We do this all the time, right? We talk about health using the language of war. We fight a cold. We battle cancer. And that language frames our own bodies as a battlefield.
But what if we used a different metaphor? What if, instead, we saw our body as a garden? The goal isn't to run around trying to kill every single weed. The goal is to cultivate such rich, healthy, vibrant soil that weeds just have a really hard time growing in the first place. It's being proactive, not reactive.
And that right there, that's the #1 takeaway. The goal completely shifts. It's not about attacking illness once it shows up. It's about creating an internal environment where it struggles to even take hold.
Because that is what real, lasting health is all about. It's not about shocking your system with some extreme diet or intense cleanse. It's about the small, simple, daily things you do to keep that internal flow going, to keep your garden well-tended.
And honestly, that's an incredibly empowering idea. It means the tools for genuine wellness, for a healthier and richer life, they aren't necessarily expensive or exotic or hard to find. They're accessible, they're affordable, and a lot of the time, they're already in our lives.
So I'll leave you with this question to chew on. This story about the radish soup, it's not really just about radishes. It's an invitation to look at the simple foods all around you with fresh eyes and to ask yourself, what other little bits of ancient wisdom and simple power are just waiting to be rediscovered right there in your own kitchen? Thanks for tuning in.